Hello there, welcome back or welcome. This is Domas reporting live from Automi, Lithuania. Yesterday was the day when I was born 34 years ago, so had a busy day and went seeing some bisons first, then went to the capital to see a friend and have a fulfilling birthday. Really grateful for all the birthday wishes from everyone. But just interesting things happen when your birthday happens. It's you feel like you really matter. Some people remember, some people don't, and it doesn't matter who doesn't remember, But I started to think about people that, you see those videos of people like teachers or something getting birthday cakes from their students, and they say like, I've never received a cake, and breaks my heart thinking about it. Like, really makes you appreciate your life, because not everyone gets to have friends or people around them that remember their birthdays, and it's a special time. I mean, we're all very special as human beings. We all have specific features and special powers, as I like to call it, that we don't really know until we're faced with certain situations that bring up those special powers. And I'm just here to remind you that you matter. You have a special power too, whether you know it already or you don't yet, and it's just brewing there. It's going to come out, and I think one way to bring it out, if you want to, is go through challenges in your life, at work, with people, relationships. It really changes your mind, it changes how you think. And I'm meeting some new people and experiencing new feelings, and I'm not sure what to make of it, but I'm just taking it as it comes, trying to take it easy. It's a good thing to take things slow. Take a step back, come back to your own headspace, meditate, just sit in silence or lay down and just breathe. I had a dream last night where I was breathing in and out, I remember clearly, and there was a pool, and there was some things in the pool that I needed to find or something like that, and I've learned how to breathe, like keep my breath for a long time, and I jumped in a pool and I realized I couldn't hold my breath for that long, so I started to breathe, and I could breathe underwater. And when I woke up in the morning, I was like, that felt so amazing. Like, talk about special powers, water. What does that mean? Water, I think, and I've learned this from rap music, that water is knowledge. And so I'm diving into the knowledge, the pool of knowledge. And it's funny, I dreamt that on my birthday, and not drowning in it, but learning how to breathe underwater, learning how to breathe in the knowledge. So when you're surrounded all with knowledge, you still got to learn how to breathe, because knowledge is infinite. It's everywhere. We are surrounded by it. We're drowning in it, really. Well, knowledge and information is two different things, but you can have too much knowledge of certain things, and that puts a burden on you. But having the knowledge and being able to swim and to breathe, that's what I'm making of that dream. So you all have knowledge in your life. You gained it through experience, because it's not information. It's more like what you learn by experience, by going through certain things in your life. And you acquire knowledge. So even if you never studied, even if you don't have a college degree or university degree, you might have more knowledge than people that go through all the educations and, you know, are super stable in life. Like, you might have more of, like, how can I put it, like experiential knowledge, you know, when you experience things and you learn what to do and what not to do and why to do it or not to do it, you know, because you can go through life fearing that something bad is going to happen, or you, I don't know, having FOMO, thinking that somewhere else is better. Like, I have that a lot, you know, fear of missing out. When you feel like there's something somewhere else happening, like the grass is always greener kind of thing. And you you can lose yourself really quickly in these ways, I think, because it's important to remain centered. I think it's important to be your own center. Labą dieną. Įrašinėju filmuką. People around. Jo, va čia va už miškelio. Jo. Ne. Jo, va ten vienam iš tų 5 aukščių. Jo. Jo, vis einu čia, nes čia geras toks praėjimas. Gerai, ačiū. Sorry, that was a bit of a natural conversation to make with people that are past their houses. She was saying, "What are you reading?" You know, I was like, "I'm recording a video." So that's the thing. You could be like, and I know people like that are, you know, if they encounter strangers, they would be like, "Oh, not doing anything, you know, what do you want from me? Like, you know, I'm just walking here, you know." And it's like, through experience you kind of learn that you got to be open, you know. You got to be open that a stranger might not necessarily be a bad person. It can be a good person. It could be your brother, your sister that you encounter, because I think a lot of the times we look at people and we think that we're separate from them. But not only we're not separate from them, we're a lot like them. You know, there was a experiment made with DNA, and they checked people's DNA samples, like a lot of people, and they realized that people are mostly alike and not different. You know, we think like, oh, we're so different, but most of the DNA is very like other people, you know. And some of it is different, and that's, I guess, what makes our personality, but we're a lot like one another. And I think I appreciate that, you know. because how you want to receive this world is how you should project into this world, you know, with a smile, with a laugh, with a friendly handshake, nod, eye contact. You know, sometimes I avoid people, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'm avoiding life and never turns out good. Like, I close up sometimes, and I guess it's to protect yourself, but what are you protecting yourself from? From life. Life is just, with its good and bad sides, you know, but it's usually when you have some evil intentions or some unresolved things in your psyche, in your psychology, that you start to see those things in your daily life. Like, I remember being at my peak of drinking and using substances. I've experienced some like dark magic things, you know, like people, like being under somebody's spell sort of situations, when people are like, they take you under their control and do what they want with you, you know, and you just like, yeah, it's dangerous. And it's usually when you're abusing substances that other people can abuse you too. Like, you abuse yourself, there's no reason why somebody else shouldn't abuse you too, you know. And you think you're winning in those situations. You think you're winning something. You're escaping from something. You're escaping life, like bad feelings or some sort of feeling, some life situations. You're escaping them, but in a certain sense, you're just running into the new problems. And call it magical thinking, but seriously, there's been some dark shit that I don't even want to go in here because it's shameful. It's like, yeah, things I've done, and it's good to reflect, you know. It's good to remember that you're not that angelic as you think sometimes. You're not all rainbows and butterflies. So, but it's normal. I think we need to go through both. And like on a daily basis, I still experience like high anxiety, even though I'm living in one of the calmest places that I know. Look at that sky. I mean, talk about beautiful. And I still experience anxiety like quite intensely on a daily basis. So it's not the place where you live, it's how you feel on the inside, I think, is what matters. So I'm wishing you all to find that peace within yourself, that calm place, and that superpower too, because you have it. And I really appreciate you all, appreciate your support, and I appreciate the work that you're doing with yourself and working on yourself, working on your personality to become a better person every single day for the betterment of this world. Even if nobody knows what you're doing, well done for you. So have a great day, morning, evening, nighttime, and I love you. Take care. Much love and peace from this golden place. Take care.